Yo, 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 welcome back to another episode of On the Spot Sports. And before we get to our guest today, we have a big shout out for Living Sisu. Living Sisu is a platform and app that wants to give you all the tools to have success in your sport. Their main objective is to activate your lifestyle. It's for active people. Enjoy discounts at companies like BioSteel, 30% off, Body Logics, the Goalie Guild, all his books are discounted. Roan, Lululemon for men, 20% off. Online stretching programs with Eccentrics, 1 full month free. They got super silent massage guns, 20% off those. And it's a great quality. It's way less expensive than a Theragun, and it's great quality. So there's so many more discounts that you guys will need to just become a member to see. So they want to provide you with anything you need for success. So come join the community. I'm a part of it. A bunch of other athletes are a part of it. So it's free to join. It takes 20 seconds to get exclusive offers to your sport, and it's definitely worth it. So do us a huge favor and go sign up for Living Sisu's membership. It's free, takes 20 seconds. So go do it, and we'll see you there. Living Sisu is a great company. We know one of the co-founders, Zach Fricali. He's a great guy. He's the co-founder. He does a lot of live streams on Instagram at Living Sisu, with a bunch of elite athletes, and you learn a lot from like the athletes' determination, their resiliency, everything to what made them become successful. So it's been a great experience so far. So go on. I'm gonna leave the link in the description. So go sign up.
Yo, welcome back to another episode of On Spot Sports. I'm Jack, and in today's episode, we are joined by a very special guest, current professional hockey player, Matt Register. Matt most recently played in the ECHL with the Allen Americans and just recently signed to play in the Elite Ice Hockey League for the Cardiff Devils this season. Matt has spent majority of his pro career in the ECHL/old CHL, but also has 43 games in the American Hockey League between the Iowa Wild, Chicago Wolves, and the Hartford Wolfpack. Matt also played in the EIHL before making his pro debut with the Allen Americans of the Central Hockey League at the time in 2011, 2012. So this is going to be a fantastic episode. So welcome to the show, Matt Register.
Jack, thanks for having me on, man. Happy to be here.
Yeah, no problem. We've been playing this for a while now, but it's good to finally get you on and have both our schedules open up a little bit. So it's good to get you on.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I was looking forward to it. I'm glad we were able to line something up here and make something work for us.
Yeah, absolutely. So like, how have you been? Like, you're starting the season tomorrow in Cardiff. So like, how's everything going then? Like the transition over there to overseas?
Yeah, it's been good. I mean, last year it was a long year, playing until the end of June, but a short turnaround for me jumping the pond here, and about a month later heading over to Europe to play. But it's been fun, not too much sitting around, and kind of get back into action here tomorrow, which will be nice. And I'm looking forward to it. Not too big of an off season guy, but I enjoy my time off, but I'm happy to be back playing for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. It's like, how do you manage like having like a short off season like that? Like you go from playing in the coast to June, and then like a month later you're overseas and you're up starting training camp and practices.
Yeah, for me it was kind of get home and maybe take a week or so off, and then back on the ice for me. Being an older guy now, a little less weight room time for me and a little more on ice skill sessions for me nowadays. So it was nice to take a little bit of time off, but fun to get back on the ice with the boys and have a little fun. I play in a summer hockey league in Minnesota called the Beauty League, and that's fun to get around the boys and see the guys a bit and have fun with some fans and interact with people. And it keeps me in game shape as well and fine tune. It felt like just yesterday I was still at home and finishing and heading back to Minnesota from Allen. But you know what, this is what I signed up for, and I wouldn't change it for the world.
Yeah, that's awesome. Just like the time that you're getting to training camp and all that, and just the off season in general, and then playing in the Beauty League, which is for beauties, obviously. And but how is that just being with the guys and interacting with the fans and just staying in shape so you can start the season soon?
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I mean, we get together, we have a lot of laughs and we have fun, but yeah, we stay competitive, and it's fun for the kids to come out and take pictures, sign autographs, and kind of be with those people that really mean a lot to the game. And we were all kids once as well, and experiencing that with older guys and growing up in the game of hockey. So it's a very awesome thing that Minnesota and the Beauty League and Ben Hankinson and Chris McAlpine and Keith Ballard and some of those guys that put a lot of time and effort into Minnesota and make that happen around the community. So, but at the end of the day, it's a lot of fun, just going out there, having fun, and not a worry in the world, and just kind of putting a smile on a lot of kids' faces.
Yeah, absolutely. It helps grow the game in Minnesota and all around the world. Like you always see those Instagram posts of the Beauty League, and it doesn't even have to be the Beauty League's Instagram. It's like everywhere, and like it's just growing the game all together, which is great for the game of hockey.
Yeah, no, it's incredible. I mean, you get the Beauty League, but yet they're tagging like all the guys' NHL clubs, and then they're reposting it, and it's kind of out there, and people see it. One person sees it, next person sees it, and then you got people streaming and tuning in from all over the world watching this stuff. And at the end of the day, that's what it's about, just kind of doing it for the fans and people, and kind of give it back. So, but yeah, no, it's a great cause too. You come in and live action, I think, you come in and pay 10-15 bucks, and it all goes to charity too. So it's it's all for a great cause, and it's a good fun thing to do in the summer to keep active and keep in game format.
Yeah, unreal experiences, and goes to even a better charity and event. Like it's all it comes down to, and just it's for you're playing just because of that, and just for the growing the game part of that aspect, and just staying in game shape.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, those kids will remember it forever, and the people they get to meet and talk to, and take pictures, and then when they grow up and want to get to that level and play at that level, it's they'll remember where it all started. So
Yeah, absolutely. So I want to go into last season a little bit here. You were in Allen. You played 52 games, I believe it was, and then you guys
yep.
played playoffs as well in the Kelly Cup playoffs. Like, what was last year like in Allen, and just having the team bond together and just go on a really good run in the Kelly Cup?
Yeah, it was unique for sure, coming off of COVID and pandemic, and all the seasons getting canceled in March, and not starting up till December again was it was a weird year for sure. But it was nice to get back and see all the guys in December, and play. And it a lot of teams opted out too, which made it even more competitive. And it was a lot of fun just playing again. I mean, that sitting at home for a while and you're not doing anything, and you're trying to stay in shape, and you don't know when you're going to skate and what you're going to do. And when I got the call where Iowa said, "Hey, we're not starting for a little bit, why don't you come down and play in Allen, Texas?" And I was like, yeah, no, absolutely. There was no hesitation on my end. So immediately headed down there, and we had about a 2-week training camp. Playing exhibition games was kind of out of the question to begin with, due to still COVID going on. But once things got rolling and in a groove, it was great. I mean, we had a little adversity with obviously guys going down with COVID, and having to look after their health first. But we ended up making it through, and it was another year went by, and it was a lot of fun. I mean, we had a good group of guys. We had a great, tight, fun atmosphere in that locker room, and it was tough to come up short, but at the end of the day, we were still playing, and we were grateful to play, and we were able to get some fans in our building, and kind of do it for them again, and let them enjoy and get out. So But you know, at the end of the day, it's, you know, it's getting back in that locker room with all your brothers and making new friendships and meeting new people. And you know, it was a great year. It was fun to get back after, you know, everything that happened in the world. And you know, obviously, you know, with COVID and taking care of your health was the main priority. But it was nice to get back to play. And you know, coming up short sucks, but you know, at the end of the day, it was a lot of fun to get back on that ice.
Yeah, for sure. Anytime you can get back on the ice and get back with the boys, like those are the best memories, and just you take those memories and they last a lifetime, especially when you guys are playing good and winning. Even if you're struggling, like you take those moments, even though you don't want to lose games, but like you take those for as a learning experience and just helping the team get through it. And then you guys go on a playoff run where I'm pretty sure you made it to the third round against Fort Wayne, right?
Yep. Yep. Yeah. No,
How
I
was that
mean,
and like the grind of that of all 3 rounds that you guys made it through?
yeah, I mean, you kind of feed off each other. And you know, come June, I mean, it was a little bit longer of a season, obviously, playoffs starting later. And you know, you feed off one another's energy. And you know, there was a time where, you know, guys were, they were tired, they were maybe would have been checked out, but you know what, that's when we kind of all come together and you know, have fun that playoff run. I mean, it's you know, it's not everybody's making the playoffs. It's hard to win a championship. So at the end of the day, I mean, we had a lot of fun with it. We rolled with it. We came up short, but at the end of the day, I think, you know, that's when you come closer as a group. And you know what, after, you know, we come up short like that against Fort Wayne, you just look around the locker room, you see guys' faces and how much they care and how much it means to them. It's just you know, not just winning, but you know, being in that locker room in a situation like that happens. You know, it's a different feeling. It's a unique feeling. And but you come together and you're just, your group as one. And um you know what, you can't win every year, but you know what, those friendships and those people that you spend 8 months with, it's going to last forever. So you know, at the end of the day, it's you know, you come up short, but you wouldn't trade those memories for anything.
Yeah, absolutely. And you learn things through those years. So like what were some of the biggest things that you learned throughout the season, just that playing through like the COVID year and just making it all the way up to the third round in the playoffs?
You know what, I just you know, looking back and having a lot of teams opt out, there wasn't a lot of jobs this year. And you know, it made me not take hockey for granted. And you know, you got to show up every day and you got to put your work boots on and go to work, because there's somebody else sitting at home waiting for that opportunity. And you know, at the end of the day, for us, it was you know, it was about winning a championship. We didn't reach that end goal, but you know what, playing again was just the most important thing. You know, getting back on the ice, getting in the groove, and just kind of coming together. So, but you know, at the end of the day, I mean, you got people sitting at home last year waiting for a job. You know, there's a lot of good hockey players that didn't play last year due to COVID. And you know what, that just, it made me really not take hockey for granted and want to come out and be my best every day.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what you gotta do. You gotta come out and be your best, and because at any time, like a team could release you and sign someone else like that, and just it's a business there, and you just can't take that for granted.
No, absolutely. I mean, it's just, you know, everybody knows the East Coast is a grind. And you know, those contracts are essentially day to day. And you know, there's always teams looking to make their team better, and the coaching staff and general managers always want to, you know, make their team better, and the end goal is to win a championship. And if you don't do that, it's you come up short and you're not satisfied. So everybody's always looking to make their team better every year, and how they can do that. And it's a business, right? It's not personal, it's a business. So if you're not showing up and performing, then you know what, there's somebody else that'll come in and want to take that job from you.
Yeah, exactly. So going on to Alan, still a little bit here. Like throughout the season, like you got called up to Iowa Wild. You played 2 games in the American League. So like, what was it like getting called up back to Iowa, especially after you played the following season for for a bunch of games that season. So like how was it going back to Iowa and getting to play some games there?
Yeah, it was a blast. I mean, a lot of guys were back there from the previous year when I played with them full time, and it was fun to see those guys' faces and kind of catch up with them. And the American League this year it was different for sure. You know, being cut short. I think it was 35 games or 32 games, something like that. But you know, all the rules and speculations up there this year, it was a tough year for sure. But you know, at the end of the day, you know, getting back up there and seeing some of those guys and those friendships I built the year before, and you know, just kind of seeing their face and what their attitude was, you know, a year after sitting at home for 8 months or 7 months, whatever it was. But you know, it's always nice going back up to the American Hockey League and seeing those guys and getting on the ice with them and and going to work with them and going to battle with them, you know, because you know, at the end of the day, it's the road to the National Hockey League, and you know, you got to get up there and work hard and play your best. And you know, if you're not doing that, like I said, there's other guys that are willing to do it day in and day out. So you know, it was great to go back up to Iowa for a little bit and see all the guys and get back to work with them a little bit after a very unusual year and a lot of time off. So you know, it's a lot of up and down this year, but you know, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, absolutely. And just going up to the next level, like whether it be one game or like 50 games, like even if you get to play a game, like that's all that matters. And like you take those in stride and just try to make yourself better each and every day to get yourself to the next level, which is the NHL after that, and just keep working and just keep grinding through, because it's gonna be worth it at the end, and you don't want to have any regrets at the end of your career.
No, absolutely. I mean, like you said, you got to take those in stride, and every chance you get to put a uniform on the American Hockey League and show what you can do is there's a lot of pride in that. And you know, that's something I did, and it was a personal goal for me to play in the American Hockey League full time, which I was able to do. And you know, it's a stepping stone, right? I mean, you got to be able to play in that league and be able to excel and play in the NHL. And you know what, that league is first rounders, guys who play in the National Hockey League, and it's just, you know, it's an excellent hockey league. And there's so many good players nowadays. And you know, even kind of being an older guy playing in that league, it's a lot of fun watching those 20-year-old kids and 18, 19-year-olds come out and play and show what they have. It puts a smile on my face, to be honest. You know, it's a lot of fun watching these kids and just, you know, sitting back and being like, oh man, this guy's going to be a player. You know, it's so for me, I was able to play and do it and kind of sit back and see some of that talent, that young talent that's going to play in the NHL. And you know what, that puts a smile on my face, and it satisfies me. And at the end of the day, it's just I'm happy I was able to do it.
Yeah, that's awesome. Like the experience you learn from that, and just seeing these guys that are coming up from college juniors, 18, 19, like, and like the skill they bring and the speed of the game, because it keeps getting faster and faster every year. So like just learning from them and just being able to see it for yourself firsthand, like must be an incredible experience.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, these kids nowadays, they skate around the ice so fast, and their hands can keep up their feet, and it's just you know, it's a lot of fun to watch these guys play and do what they do, and just knowing that they're going to play in the NHL and kind of being at that level with them as well is, you know, it's a lot of fun. And it's you kind of just sit back and you're like, wow, these, you know, the hockey nowadays and how much it's changed, and the pace of play, it's incredible. And you know, I'm really thankful to be a part of it. You know, I still be able to play and kind of watch a lot of these kids too, as they, you know, first, second, third year pro players that kind of excel every year and get better and better. It's loads of fun, and you can't really ask for anything more.
Yeah, that's unreal. So I want to go back to the beginning of your pro career. So you play in the Chinook Hockey League for the Sylvan Lake Admirals, where you played in 17 games. racking up 6 goals and 18 assists for 24 points. Like, what was it playing in the Chinook Hockey League and then putting up good numbers before heading into the Central Hockey League?
Yeah, so I came out of junior and I got a full ride to play at University of Alabama, Huntsville, and that kind of fell through. So signed my U.S. letter of intent, and when it fell through, I had to. It was kind of too late to go to another school, so I redshirted while I was going to Canadian college. So while I was redshirting, I was playing in like a senior AAA hockey league with a lot of ex-pros and stuff in Canada, and I was playing in that while I was going to school and getting my degree, and talking to a lot of older guys and a lot of mentors I had at that time were like, well, you're a good hockey player. Why don't you take it to the pro level while you can, while you're a young guy? So, I played a little bit of time, and while I was redshirting and going to school, I was kind of like, well, what should I do? So, ended up making that transition to play pro, and kept doing my school online while I started to play pro, and got a nice feel for the game when I first started playing in the Central Hockey League there with Allen. But I was once I made that pro jump, I was really questioning a lot of things. Whether if I was good enough to play, if I'm able to play here, and what I can contribute. And I ended up finding my way, all the way to the American Hockey League. So it was a big test for me when I was first starting to make some decisions, going to school, do I leave school? What do I do? And, it was, there was a lot of ups and downs to start, but, I at the end of the day, I made the right decision for sure. And I got no regrets on that.
Yeah. So how do you overcome those downs? Like, there's always going to be ups and downs throughout the ways. Like, how do you come get over those obstacles and just be able to just push yourself even further when you are like testing yourself and like asking yourself those questions if you're good enough? Like, what did you do to help yourself stay confident, stay with the game?
Yeah, I think, when I first started playing at the pro level, I was, I didn't really have a role. I didn't know what to expect and where I fit in. And, I bounced around a little bit there, and I was trying to find my way. And, I had a lot of people tell me, hey, I don't think this is for you. You can't do it. You can't play. And, I had my family and my mom and dad that just kind of told me to stick with it. And, it'll come, you'll find your way. And, a couple times there, I got picked up by a few teams. And then, finally found my way to the Ontario Reign, the East Coast Hockey League, where they kind of just said, hey, we believe in you. We know what kind of player you are. Just kind of let me do my thing. And, came in with some confidence and wasn't worried about making mistakes and what was going to happen. And I just came in and just kind of played my game and did me. And, I came in, had a lot of success that first year. I came in to Ontario, played, 16 games plus playoffs or whatever it was. And kind of found my way a little bit, lots of confidence, and, went into summer and was like, well, this might be for me. I might be able to play. I might be able to do this. And, Ontario was no hesitation to bring me back, and came back the next year and, put the work in the off season on the ice in the gym, and came back better and stronger and faster. And once again, they were just, hey, do your thing, play your game, and just kind of stuck with it and found my way throughout my career. It was obviously a lot of ups and downs, but I just stuck with it, and I just played and believed in myself, and just kind of found my way to the American Hockey League, which is a pretty incredible experience for me, and kind of unique as well. So it's just about believing in yourself and finding your way, and knowing you have those skills and what it takes to play the game. And also, it just, one opportunity, one bounce your way, and it's a whole new adventure for you, and it's a whole new I guess different game and atmosphere. And at the end of the day, it was just, I took it in stride and had a lot of fun with it.
Yeah, absolutely. I like how you said like trusting in yourself, because like throughout the levels that I've been going through, and like just as I keep climbing up, like believing in yourself and trusting yourself is huge, because if you don't believe in yourself, like you're not going to be able to do it. But if you have that confidence that you're doing the right training, doing the right things, and that you believe in what you're doing and how it's going to help you, like it definitely does like give you that confidence booster, even if you have to like use that fake confidence and just like say you're confident even though when you're not, and just fake it a little bit. But it still like helps you elevate your game and get you to like where you want to be, and just it makes you a better person and an athlete overall.
No, absolutely. You're bang on. I mean, there's a lot of people in your lifetime that are gonna tell you can't do this, you should give up, you should find something new. And it's kind of just sticking with yourself and believing in yourself, at the end of the day, if you don't try, you'll never know. So that's kind of what I did, and what it worked out for me in the end. And there's zero regrets on my hockey path and the steps I've taken to get to where I am today.
Yeah, absolutely. So in your second year pro, you played for three different teams. You played for the Tulsa Oilers in the Central Hockey League, the Arizona Sun Dogs in the Central Hockey League, and then you got called up to the ECHL with the Ontario Reign. And so like what was all three of those teams like, and just the experiences from going from the Central League to the East Coast?
Yeah, I mean, going into Tulsa, I thought I was ready again to play pro after playing with Allen 22 games. And I go into Tulsa, and I thought I was going to play a big role, and I come in, and I actually thought I put up some decent numbers for how many games I played. And at that time where it was still a little bit, I didn't really know what to expect in the Central Hockey League. And they just came to me one day and was like, yeah, well, we're going to put you on waivers, and we'll see what happens in a week or a couple days. And but we want to bring you back though after we can try to maybe make some cap room or do whatever. And when they told me that, I was sitting there kind of thinking to myself, well, if they're putting me on waivers, do they want me? What are we doing here? And I had a couple conversations with my dad, and he was just like, well, you know what, like if they put you on waivers, I mean, I just maybe it's time to move on. So ended up telling him, hey, we should just part ways and see what happens. And 24 hours later, Arizona picks me up, go to a new team, meet a lot of new faces again, try to fit in. At the time, Central Hockey League, it's an older league, a lot of older guys, good skill, a lot of, there's guys with NHL experience, AHL experience, and go to another team trying to fit in, not really sure what my role is. And, yet again, play a handful of games, and same thing. Well, not sure where you're going to fit in here. We're going to put you on waivers. So, okay, well, second time on waivers in a year, it's definitely makes you think like, okay, what are you doing here? Is this for you? Or are you good enough to play? It makes you question a lot of things for sure. And 24 hours later, get a call from the East Coast League, Ontario Reign, Jason Christie, who's now assistant coach in the National Hockey League, and calls me and says, hey, look for a D-man, you want to come in and show me what you got? I said, call my dad. I go, hey, got this opportunity. He goes, well, where's Ontario? I said, Ontario, California. He goes, okay. All right, well, that's what you want to do it. So I go jump on a flight the next day, get out to Ontario, and kind of get out there. And I start practicing. First practice, second practice goes by, and I really start to feel at home, really starting to feel comfortable. And they kind of just give me the opportunity and let me have full reign on kind of what I do best, and get the game action. And I excel right away, keep building and building. And by the end of the year, I got a big smile on my face. I'm really happy with how everything turned around. And just put all that negative energy aside, and being on waivers just kind of out of my head, and just wanted to move on, and got the confidence back, and felt good about myself again, and I was thinking, well, I can do this. Let's see what happens next year. And then everything just kind of came together for me.
Yeah, so you found your stride in with Ontario, and so like, how special is Ontario to you, since that's the team that gave you like the clean slate, the restart button to actually like help you find your game and like believe in yourself and have that confidence in yourself that you can play at the professional level.
Yeah, to me, I owe them a lot of credit. To be honest, letting me come in and just being me. And um, I ended up winning my first defenseman of the year in the East Coast Hockey League with Ontario. And we didn't win a championship. We always came short. We came up short. But um, to me, winning that best defenseman award in the ECHL that one year in Ontario, and being voted first team All-Star with them and the league, and it's I'll always look back at that and just I owe that organization and Jason Christie a lot of credit for sure. And um, it just really made me feel at home and really made me love playing hockey again after bouncing around for a couple of years and just having a lot of people just tell me no, you're not good enough. And at the end of the day, for me, that's kind of where everything took off. And I owe them a lot of credit for sure, just allowing me to come in and just being me.
Yeah, absolutely. So while you were in Ontario, you earned your first AHL call up to the Chicago Wolves in the American League. So like, what was that experience like, and just getting your first call up and seeing everything go from where you were questioning yourself to going to having that confidence and getting an AHL call up and just being able to play 6 games with the Wolves?
Yeah, so it was actually I went to the American League hockey camp, Chicago Wolves, the camp before the East Coast League, and I actually made the team out of camp, but I didn't get in a game. So I actually made the team out of camp, and they signed me to a deal, and I probably sat in the stands for maybe the first month and a half or so, just watching and watching some of these guys, and to this day, I mean, my one of the guys that kind of took me under my wing is Brent Sopel and Chris Butler, who both played in the National Hockey League, and they're both really good friends of mine to this day. And these guys took me under my wing. Colin Fraser, Stanley Cup champion. Some of these guys, I mean, making the team out of camp was special, but just being a part of that group and being with those guys and watching their work ethic every day and showing me what it takes to play in the NHL and why they were in the NHL was awesome. I mean, there are no words for it. And unfortunately, I didn't get to play a game. I went back down the East Coast, and then got called up right around Christmas time, and those guys were still there. And I get back and they go, Reg, what's up, Reggie? Like, just a brotherhood back in that room, and we're happy to have you back, excited for you. And I get back and I play my first AHL game, and I'm on the blue line of Brett Sopel, and it was one to remember for sure. I mean, I told myself, I end goal is playing the NHL, but you know what? I'll take playing in the American League any day of the week, So, if I would have said, hey, a couple of years ago, hey, I'm going to play in the American Hockey League, and there would be a lot of people would be like, yeah, no, it's not even in the same ballpark as you. So, so it was an awesome experience and one I'll remember for the rest of my life. And, those friendships, I still talk to these guys on a daily basis that, even though I was there for a short amount of time, they're still buddies of mine that I talk to every day and still go to it for advice. So.
Yeah, that's awesome. A great experience indeed. And just learning from those guys like Sopel, Fraser, and all those guys, like they're high quality players like that have played in the NHL. Like you take that any day of the week and you just learn from them and just watch how they play and watch how they act off the ice and just everything like that.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you're a young kid going in and these guys playing the National Hockey League, and they're inviting you to dinners and, hanging out and or going for a beer or, whatever it is. And it's automatic. Yeah, I'm going. Yeah, I'm going. There's no hesitation. And, to just be around those kind of that presence and those kind of players, it's one to remember for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. So the next few seasons, you bounced around the coast with the Atlanta Gladiators, Allen Americans, and then you landed a spot for 2 seasons with the Colorado Eagles, where you won the Kelly Cup in 2017 and 2018, winning back-to-back Kelly Cups. So, like, what was it like being in Colorado with winning those back-to-back Kelly Cups?
Yeah, it was. I can't even describe it. I come in that first year in Colorado, and I still remember that phone call I have with Aaron Schneekloff and Chris Stewart, and they were like, "Hey, Reg, like, love to bring you in. We'll see." And I said, "You know what, Schneeks, you won't regret bringing me in. We're going to bring a championship to Loveland, Colorado." And those were the words that I told him. And he goes, calls me back a day later and goes, "All right, we're going to bring you in." So, I come in and just the group of guys there. It's I had guys move on to play in the NHL from that group. I had guys who played in the World Juniors for Team USA. I've had guys on my team there too who not only did go on to play in the NHL, but have played in the NHL and came back and played on that team. So it was one of the best experiences of my pro career. Coming in all year, Martin Lynn, owner of that team, just treated everybody first class. It was an organization made to win, and at the end of the day, we ended up winning a Kelly Cup, and I was able to, I think, be the first and only defenseman to ever win a playoff MVP in that league. So,
Not a big deal.
it was it was huge for me. It was I just honestly, I don't know how to describe it. It just means a lot to me. At the end of the day, and I'm not. I don't have that success without those guys in that locker room and that organization and those people I'm around, personnel, and just 2 years in Colorado. It was memorable. It was by far some of the best experiences I've ever had, and location too. It's just a beautiful location, just right outside Denver as well. It's just, and that's a first class organization that put the time and effort and money in and to bring championships back to that city. It was one of a kind for sure.
Yeah, that's incredible. So does the championships ever get old, whether it was your first one or your second one, or is it all the same feeling?
No, I was lucky enough to win 3 championships, been in the finals 4 times, but it never gets old lifting that trophy. At the end of the day, it's seeing the look on guys' faces and passing that trophy off to one another and partying and all staying around for another week or two and getting together and partying and have a great time. It's just, I don't think that feeling will ever get old. You can ask anybody and at any level who's won a championship. It's the feeling and that moment, it'll last a lifetime.
Yeah, absolutely. So then the following season, you go to the Toledo Walleye, where you put up another solid season, help the team make it all the way to the Kelly Cup finals once again. But this time you guys fell short a little bit. So, like, what was that season in Toledo like, and just going all the way to the Kelly Cup finals and just all the learning experiences from that year that you learned?
Yeah, it was, being by the time I get to Toledo, I'm an older guy now. I'm a veteran, and they relied on me heavily to from what I bring in, to their organization and that winning culture. And that was the expectation, to win. And we didn't expect anything less. And a lot of ups and downs that year as well. I mean, I was a Western Conference player when playing in Colorado, Ontario, and I didn't really make a whole lot of trips out that Eastern Conference to see like the Toledo Walleye, Fort Wayne's, or Cincinnati's, and those teams on that side. So I go into Toledo. I wasn't really sure what to expect, but the 2 years prior, I did make a trip out to Toledo to play them in the playoffs. And I just remember that building just being absolutely electric. Like, it was just the first game we went in there to play and we lost. And I was like, oh, we're in one here. We're in trouble. And, but, that's kind of the vibe I got when I went in there to play. And I was like, oh, I'm going to remember this one if I ever needed a spot to play. So, get a call from Toledo and, hey, Reg, want you here, want you to be the guy. I said, yep. All right, let's do it. And come into Toledo and older group there. Pat Nagel played American League for Grand Rapids, Shane Birchbacks and the AJ Jankses and some of these guys who are go down the record books for sure in the ECHL. So, we have an older group there, and we ended up coming short in the finals, but those friendships as well. I mean, I still talk to these guys again to the day, every day. And, you know what, it's you make it all that way to the finals and you come up short. It's a huge learning experience for guys not to take this league for granted. I mean, it has come a long way. There's a lot of great hockey players in this league. And, at the end of the day, it's just, some of those experiences and that bonding that guys will remember, even if it's your first year pro or 10th year pro, so it's, and even the coaching staff too, that organization has always come up short, and, we were able to make it to the Kelly Cup finals. And, everybody wants to win, but you ask some of those guys and they wouldn't change it for the world, that the bonds we've made together and the experiences we've dealt with. It's the game of hockey is just, it's a lot of fun at the end of the day.
Yeah, absolutely. And all the experiences you get to endure, and you get to see, like, you won't take any of that for granted. You'll just take it into your heart, into your mind, and just keep those memories rolling, like, no matter what happens throughout your entire life. And you have a lot of memories to save.
No, absolutely. I mean, you're riding the bus with these guys all night, or whether it's a couple hours, you're on a sleeper bus with these guys and you're staying in hotels or flying, and you're around everybody every day. And, just the laughs and stories and being together. It's just too much fun, and then when it's over, you kind of think back and you're like, oh, that went by quick. I wish I was still playing. And, so that's why I kind of just, don't take anything for granted, and enjoy the moment, enjoy the process as it comes.
Yeah, exactly. So, Matt, I want to take you back to your junior days a little bit here, to where it all started before your pro career started. So you played in the Alberta Junior Hockey League for the Bonnyville Pontiacs. Like, what was your experience playing juniors back to your Pontiac days, and everything that you learned from playing juniors and getting to that next level?
Yeah. So, Bonnyville, it was a small town, northern Alberta. And, it was a blast. Maybe about 7,000 people at the time, in oil rig town. And, I come into my first year in the league, obviously, and, a bit of a rude awakening. I come in and, I'm just kind of, whoa, dude, what's going on here? Like, this is a good hockey league. I'm playing against, 20-year-olds. I'm 17, I'm playing against men here. Right. And, I come into the league the first year, and I kind of didn't have a whole lot of success, to be honest. It was tough. I had to put a lot of work into really try to feel at home. And my first year, I think I put up 2 points, and not a really good look, not a good start. But I come in the next year, and I have a good off season. I come in and play, and I think I put up 30 points or whatever it was, and it was a pretty big jump. And from the year before, being kind of on the trading block, and not really any teams wanting you on the trading block because you don't know what you have to offer yet, where you fit in. So it was kind of funny. And I look back now and I still would talk to the coach this day. And he was like, yeah, you know what? I'm not going to lie to you. You weren't great. And, I didn't really know where you'd fit in. And I was trying to trade you and nobody wanted you. So I was like, hey, you know what? That's cool. I mean, hey, it happens. And kind of figured it out. I mean, every year you get older, you get stronger, you get bigger. And, I come in the next year and start building a little confidence up. And, first year being away from home, obviously, and, out of your comfort zone, you just takes a little bit to adjust. And you're living with a billet family and, it's a whole new experience for sure. And you're not sure about it and whatnot. So, obviously a year goes by, you get more comfortable and the town, people know you, and, I was able to live the same billet family for 3 years, which made me feel right at home. It was like a second family to me. So, every year I played in the Alberta Junior Hockey League, I just kind of got better and better. And my last year, defenseman of the year in the Alberta Junior Hockey League, and college offers and going on fly downs and whatnot, and commit to a school. And I just 16 17-year-old kid, you don't know where it could take you. You don't know how it's going to work out. And at the end of the day, it worked out for me. So playing in a small town, cool experience for sure. You get to hang out as a group, kind of not a lot going on in town. So you get together at, out of town in the bush or whatever, have drinks some beers, hang out, get together, and kind of have fun that way. So, it was a lot of fun. I mean, I had some WHL offers too to play in the Western Hockey League, but, I wanted to go to school, and I at those times where you're like, well, I have a job here in the Alberta Junior Hockey League. Do I go play in the WHL? What do I do? And ended up turning that all down to playing the AJ for 3 years in a very comfortable and successful organization. And then it led to just bigger things and better things, and just kind of grew me as a person and grew me into kind of the man I am today. And looking back at that, it's just kind of where it all started. And I'm looking back at it now, and it's 14 years ago when I started playing junior hockey. And kind of funny when I'm telling guys, hey, I played junior hockey in 06, and these guys I'm playing with right now are like, oh, I was in grade 3. And I'm just like, oh my God, am I old or what's going on here? So, it's what as a kid, you grow up and you want to play in the junior ranks and play pro hockey. And that's what I did. And it's been a blast, and I'll remember it forever.
Yeah, absolutely. That's awesome. And just looking back at those 3 years, you started as a 17-year-old going up against 20-year-olds, and you're playing against men's. Like, how do you adjust to that junior hockey lifestyle, especially since you have to mature a lot quicker than you would probably want?
Yeah, I mean, I had Mark Letestu played on my team in junior that ended up playing in the National Hockey League. A guy named John Kalinsky too ended up playing the National Hockey League, Philadelphia Flyers. I had a lot of other guys who went on playing the American Hockey League and Europe and stuff. And kind of coming in, you look up to these guys, and at the time they take you under their wing, and they're, anything you need. And, it's a lot of fun to now say, hey, I played against those guys, or in the pro ranks, or, I played with this guy, he took me under his wing, but now, hey, I'm playing against this guy, so, it was a huge adjustment for sure. And kind of learning that for me, I've always been that guy, I was always needed kind of somebody to, help me out or take me under my wing, take me under their wing. And now that's kind of the role I play, where, being an older guy, I'll do anything for a young guy. I'll help him out, whatever he needs. And I'm always there. So, it just kind of helped me develop those habits and just turn me into just kind of not only a player on the ice, but just a great guy off the ice to, kind of give back or help out a teammate, or just kind of do whatever I can do to not only make our team successful, but I want to be a good person as well away from the ice. So.
Yeah, absolutely. So throughout those 3 years, like, what were some of your favorite junior hockey moments?
So good buddy of mine, Lucas Isley, he's a local guy from Bonnyville, and being a local guy, he had his parents' house, and he had a cabin right down the road. So he would always throw the big parties at the cabin, and all the girls would come, and the team would get together, and we would just it was an absolute blast. I mean, just kind of getting together, and him being right on the lake, we'd have these big parties, and we're 18 years old in Canada and playing junior hockey and kind of living the life and not a worry in the world, So just for me, those memories, and I still talk to him to this day. He's a really good friend of mine, and kind of getting together, and you're away from home, you're partying, you're drinking beers, and it's just, you're on the lake, and he's got a hot tub, he's got a pool too. It's just like these, just so much fun, and not only besides the partying, but the bond that I built with a billet family and got to know, and just kind of being, they had 3 kids themselves, my billet family, and just kind of being a 4th kid in that family, and it's so special. I mean, so special. I mean, those memories are just, it still kind of brings a tear to my eye today. Looking back at that, it was just like yesterday where I was doing that stuff. So, just too much fun, and it goes by quick, so.
Yeah, you were truly living that junior hockey lifestyle and just making the most of it.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, it's a lot of fun. It's a great experience, and I wouldn't change it for the world.
Absolutely. So, Matt, I have a few more questions for you before we wrap things up here. So, do you have any tips for hockey players looking to get to that next level?
Yeah, I would just say that just kind of stick with it. I mean, it's a grind, it's a battle, but you know what? Every day you can get better, and there's something new you can learn on the ice, whether it's skating, your individual skill. There's always something to be learned, and at the end of the day, I would just say not give up. If it's something you truly want to do, just put your heart and soul into it, and your dream will come true.
Yeah, absolutely. So my next question for you is, what's your favorite pump up song? Like, you're trying to get a lift in, like pregame warm ups, like, what are you listening to?
Favorite pump up song? Oh man, let's see here. Favorite pump up song. What do we have going last year in the room? Oof. I would say Whoopty is a pretty good like rap song. I like that one. Kind of gets you going. Oh man, let me just look at my playlist really quick here.
Yeah.
Let's see what else I got here.
See what else you're bumping.
What did we have going last year? Let's see here. Let me just scroll up to what we had going last year. We had our win song last year was Dick Down in Dallas. It was pretty funny. It was kind of the theme of being in Dallas, and whenever we'd win, we'd throw that song on after, which was
awesome.
Pretty funny. But let me see what else I got here. Yeah, Whoopty. Let's scroll up. Ritual by Tiesto and Jonas Blue.
Mm-hmm.
Great jam. There's another one here. Franchise, Travis Scott, banger.
Yeah.
So we kind of had a little bit of everything going last year. It was not only last year, but you kind of get a little bit of everything going, a little rap, little dance, little techno music. So you always get the one guy who's the DJ and kind of puts a playlist together with everybody's kind of 1-2 songs. So those are kind of my bangers going. We'll get the bass going and let it fly. So.
Oh yeah, gotta love that. No better feeling than listening to the song, whether you win or you're getting a pump in. Like,
exactly,
better than nothing.
Exactly. Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, exactly. So my final question for you is, first off, good luck next season or this season in Cardiff, and like, what are some of the things you're looking forward to with the season coming up starting tomorrow?
Yeah. I'm just looking to play again. I'm going to play against some of the best guys in the world here coming up this year, and a lot of guys who play in the NHL and have experienced that. And now I get to play in a league called the Champions Hockey League here in Europe, which is all the best European teams. So, um, I'm just looking to get back out there and play and get back there and play against X competition with these guys who, are some of them are Olympic gold medalists. Some guys, played in some of the best leagues in the world, and it's going to be a huge test. But it's going to be it's definitely a change for me for playing in North America for 10 years. But I'm really excited for the opportunity and then this next chapter here overseas.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So good luck with that. So Matt, this has been so much fun. Thank you so much for coming on the show. I really appreciate your time. I want to wish you the best of luck going forward with your career, and that I look forward to following your career the rest of the way.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it, Jack. It was a lot of fun getting to meet you and getting on here and talking some hockey. And we'll definitely keep in touch. And I just appreciate you letting me come on here and kind of tell my story a bit. So.
Oh yeah, absolutely. No problem.